That's my tape recorder.
That much is clear.
Well, I use it when I'm with Mrs. Clegg to take notes. You see, when you push this button here... Well, when you push that button, the machine's voice activated. It's easier than taking notes, and I don't want to miss anything your wife says.
Or anyone else.
Mr. Clegg, please, you've completely misunderstood.
So, if I rewind this, what'd be on here?
Nothing special. Menu plans, instructions for the gardener, that sort of thing.
Should make fascinating listening. Ronnie, I won't tolerate deceit. Not in the way I do business, and certainly not under my own roof.
Mr. Clegg, I don't know what it is you're accusing me of, but I promise you I meant no harm. I was simply trying to do my job.
Oh, I believe you were doing your job all right. Question is, who are you doing it for? My wife or Paula Denning?
You are wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well done, Clarissa. I would venture to say you have added yet another admirer to your growing legions.
Just doing my job?
Oh, no false modesty. You do wonders. I just saw you in action, the magic you work. Why, that poor dear soul was positively transformed.
Paula, what do you want now?
What? Whatever you mean.
Well, all of this sudden effusive goodwill, I'd like to know what it means.
Ah, Clarissa, dear, life is much too short to be lived in recrimination and bitterness. We all must learn to forgive and forget.
This all has something to do with my asking Sloane to be my matron of honor, doesn't it?
Well, I did behave rather badly about that, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Oh, well, never mind. I told Sloane it's entirely up to her.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Oh, and I do want you to know that I meant everything I said earlier. I do wish you and Mark every success in your marriage. I hope you are at least as happy as we were in the beginning.
I think we can manage that.
Oh, Clarissa, why are you so cynical?
Cynical? Paula, I'm not cynical. I'm just not stupid, that's all.
Well, I don't suppose I can blame you for being a little bitter. Losing Baxter like that and having to raise all those aimless, fatherless boys all alone. It must have been quite an ordeal for you, while I at least had the solace of a loving husband and daughter.
We survived quite well, thank you. And I hardly see the need for you to pity me now, do you, Paula? Life's funny, isn't it? I wound up fine.
Oh, by the way, Clarissa, dear, speaking of weddings, you don't happen to know if Mr. Morgan is married, do you? I was just wondering, that's all.
Marshall put this folder together at my request.
Why?
Well, you're a doctor, use your head. When I checked into that hospital, I was putting myself completely in your hands. Wasn't I entitled to do a little research, check out your background, your family? Shut up!
Just shut up. What are you doing? Checking out Mom's background, too? Your wife? No, it makes so much more sense now. Everything's coming together, but it's better than it did before. You, plastic surgery, the plane that went down, exact same place, the same time.
I told you before my plane went down 2 months later.
You lied. Everything you said up until now has been a lie. It's the reason why the record of your crash wasn't in your files, because I knew that I would figure it out. That day in therapy, when you fell, and you said, no pain, no gain. Just like my father used to say it to me. Same inflection, same everything. I don't know why I didn't figure it out then, but then why would I? You know, I cried at your funeral 10 years ago.
Thomas, please.
You know, even after your funeral, I kept on hoping. I had this wild fantasy that you'd just show up at the door someday. You'd say, "Hi, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay." Still ran that through my head 1,000 times. But that you'd be alive and you wouldn't tell any of us. You can't even look at me, can you? Look at me, damn you. Look at me!
I want him to read
Asteroid approaching collision course.
I want